I'm going to be redrawing 3 AI images and putting my own take on them. I'm going to be very honest, the hardest thing about this was just trying to tell what the little details on the AI images were. They were so hard to make out, so I had to do my own take and transform them into something else that they were probably not. So the first one I was planning to show you was this blue furry AI thing. Something happened which Poke doesn't usually do, where my file corrupted, and at this time I don't even think my storage was that full, so I don't know why this happened, and I couldn't export a speed paint out of it because it kind of just deleted everything. So that sucks, but I got an image just before this happened, which I'm so lucky to have, so I have to show you the image, but no speed paint. Imaginary drumroll, please. Here's my finished artwork. I know it looks different from the AI image, but I want to put my own take on it. I made the lighting look like how I made lighting in 2023, which is kind of funny, but whatever, I like it. Since I did that artwork, there's not really much to say about it anymore since there's no speed paint, so why don't we go on to the next artwork? This one was probably my favorite, but the AI image, I think it was meant to be a reference sheet, but nothing was consistent, so I just kind of went off the full body, and there were so many small details that were also inconsistent, so I had to make them into something new. But I do think my drawing ended up really good, and I turned most of the weird looking diamonds into actual little crystals, and I think that was a nice choice. I actually made her hair longer because I think it made her silhouette better, and I actually really liked it. So now I think it is a good time to talk about AI and what is negative about it. When you talk to AI prompters, their so-called positive points never stand out in an argument because those points are negative themselves, as in telling artists that AI images are art, but they are ashamed of telling people that they use AI, even if they mention it as a way of expression, which it's not, as you can tell. They are not happy to tell people that they use AI. As long as it's on the internet, they'll just tell everyone because it's the internet. Most of the time when they get offended by an artist on the internet, they leave comments like, "Oh, you hate technology," because AI art is technology and it's new, so you just hate technology. Meanwhile, the artists edited their videos with technology. They made art and animations with technology, even if they're digital artists, of course. They seem to never recognize the true issue of AI art. AI prompters tell artists that they should find a new hobby when they don't realize that AI images need artists to even generate properly. Why would they find a new hobby in the first place? The process of art is what makes it fun. The intent of art, the reason why it's made, is all for expression. I don't understand the argument of AI art is expression when all they type is pretty anime girl. I don't know if they mean that the generation of the art is expression or typing the prompt, because that's lazy itself, because you're not usually putting good grammar in that prompt because you could just type a few words. And if it's something that the AI doesn't know how to generate because no artist really draws that often, then you're gonna have to find a way to find an art you're gonna have to find a way to get that AI generator to make it, because no artist really draw it. So you're kind of not in luck because you just told artists to not draw, and then your AI generator needs that to understand how art works. Usually if you talk about not liking AI, there are more kids in your comments getting angry because they find AI fun, which is okay, but then they start to talk about how they don't care if they lose a job from it. They don't understand what it means to lose a job. They say that they don't care. Meanwhile, they play video games with artists who are heavily against AI and try to make a small group of people that are only artists so they can support each other and try not to lose their job, because these people are artists. They're the game, the art is what makes it art. So if you use AI art in a game, it's not gonna stay consistent because AI does not know how to stay consistent. No matter what level of skill it is, it's not gonna stay consistent because it always finds new ways to generate things. A game where the art is beautiful, the lines are very thick, and the animation is consistent because that's made by a human and they have intent. But with AI, the lines are gonna vary. And the animation is just not gonna go well because AI animation is just never that well. I think we can all say that. Even if AI has such good skill, they don't focus on animating AI that much because you can tell when AI is animated because of the way it moves, and I don't think that's something they can fix that easily. Further to the speed paint, I actually gave her some acne because I thought it made her look more human. And I'd like to mention that I don't think I've ever seen an AI generator properly generate acne. They always generate people without acne, but if there were acne, it just looked really bad, or there'd be not like, it would not be noticeable, or it would look very scary, because people don't want to generate acne, and it's just, okay, if you want to generate people looking more human, you gotta put some human things in there rather than just generating pretty people every single time. It's so tiring. Here is the finished product of the redraw. I'm really proud of this one. I did do my own take on it, and I know, it's a bit different from the original, but like I said, the AI has very inconsistent details, and I'm an artist who expresses things differently from a robot that doesn't have feelings, so yeah. So there has been cases of AI creators taking artist art out of spite because the artist talked bad about AI, which is terrifying really, because I'm talking about AI and what's bad about it right now, and I know my art is a bit bad, so maybe no one's like, oh, but no one's gonna train your art anyway. But there has been many cases of like small creators, like especially even, sorry, not especially, that wrong word, even with bad art, they talked bad about AI and got their art trained for an art generator, which is crazy to me. You're talking about how we don't need artists, but then you literally take their art because you got angry at them speaking their opinion. That's sensitive much. You're not a good person if you do that, yet you still try to defend the AI. Oh my goodness. This is why you guys are literally hated by most of the arts community, because most artists, and including me, have an opinion of, you can use AI art because it's fun, as long as you don't claim it's yours and start hating on other artists because of it. And there is something that people say where AI can be used as a tool, and I see where you're coming from, but since AI art is very inconsistent, I don't think it should be used as reference. If an artist says, please don't use my art as reference, that means just don't. But I'm guessing, yeah, sure, you could use AI art as reference, but it's not the best tool to use since it doesn't really know lighting. It's not consistent with anything. So I don't think you should start, training yourself off of AI and maybe try to watch art tutorials or something like that, or just reference off of real life images, maybe images you took, so it's not like you just taking a random image off the internet and doing that. Anyways, you can tell I changed the design a lot. It's because I want to add more of the bandages or whatever they're called everywhere, because I think it made the design look better and I had more intent with it. I knew what I was doing, and yeah, it looks a bit different. So yeah, I really like this. I made the background white because I thought that in the AI image it blended in with the background a bit too much. I wanted to put some contrast or values or whatever it's called. We have all 3 drawings done. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really loved doing this. It was so fun. I love getting out of my comfort zone. So yay! Thank you for watching, and bye!